day. Robert Morris University, they're on the blue side taking on Illinois Wesleyan on the red. So everyone just going for the typical line of scrimmage, nobody going for anything too cheeky early on.
Yeah, last game we saw with between Waterloo and Columbia, like the later invade coming out because they had that Nautilus. But this time, both supports here going to be range supports, not necessarily a whole lot of engage level 1, so probably a more line of scrimmage based stuff. But again, this Heimerdinger lane though is gonna be some fun stuff to watch down and buy.
Exactly, and I'm expecting Kotz to be able to take over the lane pretty early, even though you do have Heimerdinger and the fact that Ash can clear away those turrets so easily does take away a lot of the power that you normally get when you draft a Heimerdinger, which is make sure to shove in lane and deny any roam potential, any pressure that can be picked up by a bot lane.
It looks like right now the junglers going to both be starting top side of the jungle actually. So Gluten Panda may be doing the exact opposite of what I was assuming, that I would say he would go to top side first. Looks like he's going to be starting in the top jungle, moving downwards to try to, I guess, get the bot lane pressured off. Maybe he's trying to answer Fuka's gank or something. But
no, I could imagine that he just clears that top side of the jungle, gets Scuttle Crab, instantly top afterward.
Yeah, just go straight to Aurelia. That also works as well. He doesn't really need the red buff to get that level. You get level 2 off of Scuttle Crab, right? Don't you need another camp as well?
You'll clear out everything here, so get the Gromps, get the Wolves, go to Scuttle, get level 3 off of that, and be able to gank top lane.
And it looks like Fuka's also maybe focusing, trying to stay the top side of the map as well. You know, going for the Krugs, which is something that we usually don't see a lot of people take in their first path of the jungle.
Very interesting. Normally when you ever see someone on red side start with red buff, they'll go red buff, right to the Raptors, instantly to Scuttle Crab because you'll get level 3 off of that. But honestly, it's interesting.
We're seeing the Aurelia. This might be a kill!
Wait a minute. Doesn't have Ignite, but does get the flash out of Artemis. So that is going to be a huge cooldown burn, plus having to go for the recall this early on Ornn. This lane has been won by Remy.
Yeah, that's a real feels bad, man, when you're a tank and the Conqueror just shreds you like butter. And Fukas, now that even though he is topside now, he doesn't have really the mana, and neither is his top lane available to really get this gank going off. Opting to go for mid lane instead, but he's losing so much pressure in his own jungle.
Well, look at this bot lane as well. Every lane essentially is having a lot of damage being dished back and forth. Snack out of mana has to already go and get back out of that lane because pushed way too far up in depression. Could have been ganked by Fukas, but we'll be able to dodge away from that.
And Gluten Free right now, just stole the blue buff away from Fukas, so just really good pathing it seems like. I'm just able to see that Fukas was started topside and opted to go for the blue buff. He's now denying this level 6 from Nocturne even more, but Remy
going pretty far in, but look at Ungramus. No flash, just needs one more auto first blood for Remy. And bot lane even getting the flash out of Kotz, but here comes the Ignite on a Gluten Free Panda who has to flash away. That was a lot burned, but they got the grenade to connect on a Kotz. That's a lot of damage coming in from Nibbler. Heal from Fizzy will keep him alive. Rockets don't connect.
And that top fight was pretty much Angermus just not recognizing how many minions there were to prevent, like, to fight alongside him, and he was just dying a lot to just minion damage, on top of the fact that Aurelia is just such a strong level 3-6 dueler. And Ornn, while he is okay, he's more of an extended trade, using W and using those Gratidian and Dying procs. Now Fukas trying to get some kind of gank down bottom.
Lane tries to spell shield, but can't spell shield once the tether's already connected to you. A lot of damage coming in with the Mantra Q. Fukas has got to be so careful, spent a lot of time in this bot lane. He's already lost so much pressure around the map, and especially with Remy already getting the solo kill in top lane, now having a Sheen, you have to make a play top lane, because right now, Ungramus is not going to be able to lane.
Yeah, and even right there, Kotz had to use his heal to save Fukas. I'm not sure necessarily required, but that's just another summoner spell that they just lost in this lane. And now all summoners are down for the bot side of Illinois. None spent on RMU.
That's crazy. The fact that not even
there's a flash right there. Never mind.
Of Zib Nibbler. But that's still huge. The fact that it was just now burning, it was only the flash. Not all 4 summoners like on the side of Illinois. Top lane again, Remy going hard on Ornn, no flash available, has so much damage with this Conqueror, not afraid. Grenade does not connect into the bot lane on the Kotz. Kotz trying to do what he can, but it's gonna be the slam of the barrel.
Yeah,
make sure to
no
silence
vision
him.
there for Illinois, and that just lets Gluten Free he just walked up. He was just like, how's it going? And then there goes Todd. I guess just sort of realizing he's dead. No flash, no heal, no ulti, no mana, really. Trying to see if he can get a kill onto the Mikey. But now here on top lane.
Gonna be focused by Fukas. Takes a lot of damage trying to go back in with the Blade Surge, but the fear is gonna be there. It's gonna be Fukas to get a kill. Retribution for this top lane. Exactly what we wanted to see out of Illinois.
Yeah, really good job by Angermus, kind of just keeping Remy in the fight. Because even if you can see Nocturne coming with that ward or close to the river, like, if you're still in the fight, Ornn has a good amount of CC to keep you kind of locked in there. And Nocturne, with the boots, can catch up and, you're kind of forced to... And without the boots, especially for Remy, can't really run away in time. So, really good job there to get sort of the game started. And hopefully that staunches the bleeding a little bit, because Fuka's getting caught out.
Oh, Fukas takes one bomb. They're trying to see if they can turn it back onto Snack, but he's already level 6. Arngrim's already showing up, but that's a lot of damage coming in from Snack. He tries to go for the Chrono Shift, but they're going to be able to get Gluten-Free Panda. Flash forward from Snack, trying to get away from this, trying to get over to Remy, trying to get here in time. He's going to be able to save his mid laner. Not going to be able to get the duet to land, but does have a lot of damage. The shield's coming in, but that's going to be the last slap of the auto coming in from Prussian as Remy has to run away. No Vanguard's edge, so not going to be able to turn this back around onto Prussian. Has to get a dodge spot lane. A lot of trading back and forth. Here comes the exhaust pods, taking a lot of damage. Just needs to get these crits from the turrets, but only needed one more as Remy going to be still fighting in the top lane. Will finally be a trade. Gonna be 2 kills picked up from the bot lane. Double kill by Heimerdinger. But my god, is this a messy team.
Fights happening all over the map. Top, mid, bot side, all of them coming out with just these kills after kills. And especially right there in the bot side, you saw that that's like the Heimerdinger lane. He kind of essentially baits you into having these fights, and you're like, oh, I can definitely kill them. Then they hit you with the exhaust, they hit you with the stuns, and you're like, how am I dead all of a sudden? And then, especially, again, no summoners still available for Illinois for that bottom fight, and then they try to take it, and they just sort of, I guess, got over ambitious with their damage. And then over down in the top side, I guess, was it Snack or Remy who just got caught out there? Because there's so many fights I can't even keep track anymore.
So the top lane fight with Snack and Gluten-Free Panda trying to fight Fukas and Prussian, but Arngrimus was able to get the roam first before Remy, who's still not level 6 yet. And then, because Remy had rotated so far, got chased all the way back to the top lane, Prussian and Arngrimus were able to just finish him off before he could escape.
Yeah, and there's so much action happening. The game still relatively even if we look at the state of the whole game, but now look at Prussian. 2-0-1 gank happening on
Paranoia right into the mid lane. Snack trying to get away, does not have the Chrono Shift, just barely, not on cooldown, so they're going to be able to get Zillion.
And this is what I mean by Illinois having these, essentially the triggers to sort of start these team fights. The rush, the Nocturne ulti, the very high mobility of the Azir as well, to just sort of start these fights going. And with the mid lane pick, that's gonna be a dragon start by Illinois. Looks like RMU, though, is ready to sort of intercept and try to contest this.
Kots just got level 6, so Crystal Arrow is going to be up. Hits on to Gluten-Free. Beautiful bubble right into that as well, but they're going to try to see if they can turn it back on.
Oh,
the dragon was able to get the shutdown for Zib Nibbler. And now Zib going on to Kots. Has the tether connected, but not going to actually be able to get the stun. So they do hit a couple rockets here and there, but it's only going to be the denial of the dragon for now.
That would have been perfectly fine by Illinois had the Ocean Drake not decided to just turn away towards Fukas and get that last auto onto him. Without that, though, like, that was a really solid fight that started with the Ashe ultimate. So another ultimate used, another kill essentially for Illinois. If Fizzy was 6 as well, the tidal wave would have been able to perhaps engage another fight onto the Heimerdinger and the Karma. But nonetheless, Illinois, right now, I was worried about their early game that can transition well, but I think right now they'll be able to transition pretty okay.
They have to be careful with this bot lane. Look at how much pressure that Mikey and Zip Nibbler are able to get as Snack is looking to see if they can pick up Kots, who's taken so low. But look at the TP plane coming in behind. Ornn Horn on to Zib. Nibbler slapping him back with a hammer, even having a lot of extra damage coming in from Kots so they can easily pick up Karma.
Yeah, and the TP coming in from Angermus there was just like, hey, like, look at all this pressure they're trying to apply to my bot lane. Here I come, boys! And with the Nocturne, Ornn ultimate, again, another ultimate they can use to just start this fight. And Karma, no way that she's getting out of there. Pinched between an Ornn and a tower. So, it's just, I really like that Illinois is using their team comp in this fashion, where they're just saying, hey, we have this ultimate ready to go. We're gonna use it. We're gonna get a kill off of it.
It was well done, beautiful flank, but now more engaged in the bot lane with the Paranoia coming into the top lane as well, trying to see if he can deny, but Fukas has been caught out by Snack and Gluten-Free Panda, trying to get the fear, but that is the cast into the wall. Gluten-Free Panda probably going to go over the wall with the body slam. Beautiful prediction to be able to pick him up. Zip Nibbler has a lot of damage on the Fizzy in the bot lane, as well as Kots, and now Prussian, for whatever reason, just going a little bit too far out. Flash forward from Remy. Shutdown picked up for this Aurelia, much needed, because was struggling a little bit after getting the first kill early on, hasn't been able to do too much defense.
And this is what Illinois does not want, to get caught out without at least 1 or 2 ultimates to fight with, and then give these free kills essentially over to RMU, because that negates the lead that they were able to pull. You know, a lot of these picks they've been getting were single picks or 2 picks at 2 at a time, but RMU is just like, hey, we just found this random person just sitting around here. Let's get him.
Exactly, and it was just poor execution from the side of Illinois. It was pretty much what we saw coming in from RMU earlier on, where they were the ones getting caught out. Remy put himself in a bad position, being a level behind Angramus, so not having Vanguard's edge to be able to turn around, but instead, Illinois now find themselves in the hole, losing 2 turrets off of that botched play earlier on.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no, look at the damage coming in with that King CC from both Snack and Mikey, as well as being able to get this Ocean Drake. This is already starting to snowball for RMU. They've gotten themselves 3 objectives and gotten a kill for it as well, just in the past couple minutes.
It just seems like right now, perhaps Illinois' vision is just really lacking in terms of outside and in the river. Because if you look at how many vision wards and control wards there are for RMU on that bot side, they saw everything that was going on there, whereas Illinois was completely blind. And
now Illinois has to find a way to come back into the game. You look at how far they've fallen behind in the items, especially. Already got a lot of components picked up for Snack. He's getting really close to that Rod of Ages. Crushing it. Felt like he had to go for the Sork Boot so early instead of being able to get that Nashor's Tooth. Has delayed a spike for his ear.
Yeah, and the bot lane here as well. Heimerdinger finishing his Luden Echoes with the Sork Shoes, whereas Kots has not gotten his Blaze of Ruin King yet, and he's still just trying to see what gold he can really scrounge up in his own jungle and in the lanes available. But if he goes out too far, this RMU team they seem ready to just start investing resources, try to catch someone out.
Cool. Gluten-Free Panda has found out Fizzy, knows he's there, goes for the body slam. The CC Tidal Wave does nothing to disengage. Crystal Arrow only connecting onto Fizzy. It's Focus trying to see if he can get into the backline, trying to escape from this one. That is going to be a beautiful duet to make sure to get the duet kills as they now turn their attention onto the Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean, right there is just that Fizzy did not realize that the entrance to that bush he was in was warded, so RMU knew he was still in there, and they decided to say, hey, you know what, we're going for it. We're not 100% sure he's in there, but he's probably in there. We're just going to start these fights. And these are the fights this is what I was expecting Illinois to be doing with their ultimate, but instead it looks like they're playing completely on the defensive options here, and RMU is saying, hey, look at all of our abilities which are more spammable, but not quite as effective, right? You have the Nocturne ulti as opposed to the Gragas Body Slam to go as an engage. The RMU engage, a lot more close range. They group in at 3 or 4, and then they just start these fights off their abilities, whereas Illinois is more long range, right? You have the Nocturne coming in from afar, the Ash ult coming from afar, the Ornn ultimate, which comes from a screen away. All of these things are on longer cooldowns, but they can engage from a lot further away. And I think this is the main difference in their team comps, is the engage range seems the disparity in range means that Illinois has to get vision in order to see where RMU is, because RMU has pretty much had binoculars on Illinois the entire time.
And with these winning lanes, such as Mickey and Zip Nibbler, plus Remy being able to get the CS lead, and now crawling back to where he was prior to those 2 kills early, has now been able to get a good amount of pressure onto Angramus so that Ornn can't roam. They're able to get further vision into the jungle of Illinois, where they're feeling choked out. They're feeling like they can't make these plays, like you mentioned, so they cannot go for the long range engage.
Yeah, and Illinois should not be trying to go for, trying to be countering the 1-3-1 with the 1-3-1 of their own. Remy will destroy Angramus in any single instance of 1v1, and as we know, if that happens, that means RMU will have control over the other 2 lanes as well. So Illinois, I think, have to be just be more proactive with their ultimates. Nocturne ult is up. The Ashe ult and Nami ult are also both up. They should, if they see someone alone in the lane trying to defend it, just go on it. Right now, Fizzy trying to get vision for his team, which is exactly what he should be doing. But RMU just able to just starve out even vision away from Illinois.
You see TP is about to come up for Angrima, so I'm almost expecting to see a play coming in from Illinois very soon, where they try to look for a pick, especially because you look at mid lane. Prussian's been getting a decent amount of a lead over Stacks, now sitting at about 30 CS lead over his opponent mid laner, which could be a huge tool for the side of Illinois, but if they keep getting picked out, especially Fizzy like this, there's not much they can do. Focus is actually probably going to go down. He gets rooted up. Just needed a little bit more from Gluten-Free Panda, who wasn't in the range to go for the body slam. But Fizzy, that's the second time in the past 3 minutes getting picked off super easily.
Yeah, and again, RMU they're the ones who are saying, hey, we're going to start these fights with, we're going to burn anything that we have to. Gluten-Free Panda using the flash. Meanwhile, the top lane, again, as we said, Remy, he doesn't care about Anger Miss. The 1v1 doesn't work for Illinois, because this is what will happen if you leave Remy alone with Anger Miss.
And
just gonna kill him and push him out.
And this is what I was talking about, how I want to see Angramus go for a TP flank, try to go for these plays. But if Remy's going hard in onto your Ornn, there's not really a way that Ornn could go for these fights, because the moment he even tries to, you gotta imagine that Remy's going to punish him. Do so much damage before the TP even completes, if the TP can even complete at the end of it.
And this is like kind of the unfortunate circumstance you put your team in when you have a top laner who not only scales worse than the opposing top laner, but also lost the early game, because you have now the pressure constantly that your bot lane is going to get pushed up. If you try to force a 5v5 team fight, you know that Aurelius is going to push down the turret. So you have to like play this weird sort of like macro game of saying like, alright, which resources can we use to stop Aurelia, which resources can we use to stop the rest of the team? And right now, Illinois just doesn't have resources for either one of those.
And also losing out on the vision control like you were mentioning before, getting pushed back. Fizzy was doing a decent job of trying to gain some control, but once Fizzy got picked off, it pretty much ended that train of vision control and all these wards in their own jungle.
Oh my god!
Look at how many wards they've had to put in their own jungles just to try to feel safe, so that way Fucus can get some sort of gold.
7 control wards in the inventory of RMU. I don't think I've ever seen 7 control wards on my own team.
Oh, but this is the engage we were talking about that could possibly happen, but Snack was able to get a good double stun onto Angramus and Fucus, so they couldn't even go for the engage, and that's 2 huge ultimates burned on the side of Illinois.
3
I mean, not in the
Ashe
area.
was used as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Ashe ult was used, so they have a lot that is gone, and if RMU want to go for this engage, they can actually pick off the members of Illinois. The only thing they have to worry about is Prussian using that Emperor's Divide to try to divide and conquer the team, but if Remy shows up, that's not really gonna happen.
This Dragon Pit is wide enough that the Emperor's Divide should...
Ooh, nice steal coming in from Gluten, but here is the fight. Lucas went onto the back line with the Paranoia, but the Vanguard's edge, he's gonna be able to get... He said, here comes the Emperor's Divide to push back Remy, but wasn't enough to do enough damage. Will pop the Chrono Shift, but look at how low everyone is right now. Vicky wants to get into this, uses that stopwatch to stay alive, but with the bombs connecting Flash away from Prussian, but now with Artemis right into the middle of it, Remy's gonna try to see if he can get onto this, and is actually gonna find out cuts. Now gets the stun onto Artemis, double kills for Remy. This was messy, but it does go in the favor of RMU.
Yeah, and RMU there again. Remy was the key to their team fight. It's like we have all of our ultimates coming up here. The Gragas ultimate just completely disrupting Illinois' positioning, and then Remy just goes in, and it's like, oh, Remy's about to die. It's all right. Zillion ult is still up, and here you go, friend. And just this team comp, RMU is playing it just so well because it's like they don't need a range carry because their carry can just counteract the range by just walking up to someone.
This is what we were talking about in Champions, like looking at the composition drafted by RMU, is with the Zillion and Aurelia combination, it pretty much facilitates Remy to play that much more aggressive. Now sitting 5-2-0, got the Triforce, has the Tiamat, looking for that staircase next. There's no way you can really stop Remy at this point unless you put all your focus into him. If you do that, then Snack and Nikki are going to be able to get way too much damage into your backline.
I think what Illinois has to do now is that they have to pick their fights super well. Like, they have to be able to find, like, the ideal scenario for them, which at this moment has to be played around Prussian's ultimate. They have to be able to use the Emperor's Divide at a very critical choke point so that Remy can't pass through to get to the backline. At the same time, grouping up the 4 other champions in a situation where they're gonna get hit by the CC, the Ornn ultimate, the Nami CC, and hopefully Nocturne can try to get in there and kill someone really quickly. Because I think out of the AoE available, he's the odd man out. Nocturne, very much a single target CC jungler, and assassin essentially. But as we saw, like the last time, the Ornn ult, Ashe ult, and Nami ult were all used, and they got nothing out of it. So
Exactly.
I don't know. Illinois kind of has to just start playing around. They can't be playing the 1-3-1, which is what they're doing right now.
And props have to be given to RMU. The Zillion, one of my favorite picks to see in the meta right now, denies so much of that pick potential that Fukas wants on Nocturne. This is why I want to see more Zillion coming in from a lot of teams, because it can deny some of these power picks. And that Fukas, look at that, takes so much damage. He just steps forward a little bit, and boom, 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 bomb after bomb after bomb. Connects onto his head and denies him from wanting to go in.
Thankfully he has that spell shield, otherwise he would have just straight up died after that engage. But again, oh, Remy, no one can stop this madman.
Oh my god, look at that damage coming in. Just have Anger's edge up if you wanted to go for the all-in on Angermus, but honestly, he probably feels comfortable just forcing this Ornn back underneath the turret, maybe going for a rotation. If he can find out someone like Freshen, that is huge, but look at the grenade. It connects on to Fukas. A lot of damage onto this Nocturne. RMU wanting to continue the siege in mid lane, so that way they can get the vision control of the jungle, take away any of these control wards that have been laid into their own jungle by Illinois, then go to the bear.
And without the Ornn available, Illinois can't really start a fight when something like that happens. Like, okay, the Heimerdinger ult just came off. They're short one ultimate here, but no one can engage on that. If the Ashe ult or Nami ult comes through, the damage isn't there to kill anyone, because it's from so far away, and the remaining team members of RMU can just protect whoever gets hit by the CC. So like, right now, Illinois just has to start. They have to try their best to control vision of Baron, make sure that RMU can't get it just for free completely, and just try to get these lanes pushed out, because Remy is just going to keep pushing bottom. There's no reason he should be anywhere else but bottom applying pressure to that lane.
And that's going to be hard for Illinois, because 3 teleports on the side of RMU makes it so that they can easily shove out these waves with anybody that they want. If they want to send Remy there, Remy can be the one. If they want to send Stack there, Stack can be the one. Mikey can be the one. They have so many tools that there's no real way that Illinois can stop any split push from coming in from them. RMU are going to slowly but surely choke out the life of Illinois as they try to set up for this Baron control and possibly just sneak away the Baron with no answer from the side of Illinois.
There were 10 control wards in the inventory of RMU when they left the base, and also that there's no vision available for Illinois to
the CP coming in from Angermus, but already Freshen went back, now teleporting in, trying to see if they can deny this, but this is going to be the all-in. They have to go for the fight as quickly as possible, but Remy just wanted to look for the pick. Does get a stun on to Kotz. That's the member you want to get into the backline, right on to Fukas as well. Not going to be able to pick up the support, and Remy is just running wild, forcing out the Emperor's Divide. Already got the stun knockup coming in from Angermus, but look at Remy. He's looking for the backline. He's looking for Pression especially. Does get the Chrono Shift into this battle. Coming back in. Gets the stun, but it's going to be Angermus trying to do what he can on the Mickey. Gets the stopwatch out for now, but has to flash over the wall. Busy showing up to do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't really help when you're a support into 3 members of RMU. Bomb after bomb. Gets onto the head of Ornn, and look at Remy. This entire time has chased down Pression, so there's no way that Azir could even join back into the battle to save Ornn.
And we saw, like, that Angermus, he was facing 4 other people. He was taking damage from the 4 other members of RMU, and they weren't doing anything. The entire team revolves around Remy doing all the damage for RMU, but Illinois couldn't do anything in response to it. Pression, Kotz being caught initially at the beginning of that team fight was already... Illinois had already lost a major part of their damage, but Pression also not using the Emperor's Divide until after Remy was able to go in, and Remy can still jump onto Azir.
Remy still zoning away. Chrono Shift is about to come back off cooldown as well. Remy does a lot of damage to get the flash out, but it might be the fear coming in time. But look at that! Chrono Shift comes out perfectly in time to save Remy's life, as he still wants to keep up this pressure on Fukas. Nice grenade into the body slam to finish the life of Fukas. The RMU do finally get the Baron.
At this point now, RMU just gotta find out their checklist, get the Dragon, get the next turret, get the Inhibitor, get the second kill here for Fizzy!
Get Fizzy, that was a point-blank Crystal Arrow. That is a huge cooldown to lose in this situation, which means it's gonna be a free Infernal for RMU. With the Baron, with the pressure that they have on the map, RMU, they're looking like they're gonna take this game over Illinois here in just a minute.
There is still some kind of hope for Illinois. I still say that they have to be playing around these big ultimates. Or an ult, spear ult. These things are really good at once you've collapsed all of the members of RMU together, the Orno can knock them all up, combined with the fact that the interaction between Orn's dash plus the Azir ultimate will also knock them up. It counts as terrain. So if you're able to get all 5 of them together, you can get at least a solid 8 seconds of CC, which is a lot for Ashe to just get in there and just start chopping people up. Same with the Nocturne. And then on top of that, you add the Nami CC. Like, Illinois' team is a very much in the best case scenario, their team comp was stronger. But RMU, again, Remy on this Irelia has just been insane. And just well played by RMU in terms of executing the team.
Goza, that is a BF sword on Remy as well. He's more than likely looking for that Guardian's Angel as well,
Guardian's Angel.
The Chrono Shift. So if we thought Remy was hard to kill before, there is literally no way that you killed Remy now.
Yeah, at the point now, Remy is just kind of playing no holds barred. It's like, I'm going in! And honestly, who can blame him? He's playing with a team comp. It's pretty much like Protect the Kog'Maw team comp, but with an Irelia instead. And instead of Protect, it's more like allow Irelia to go in.
It's allow Irelia to go in and say, hey, Irelia, you just do what you want. We'll keep throwing shields and heals and whatever you want on your head. Is that cool? Thanks, bro.
And I think if he ever got a QSS as well, it would just be disastrous for Illinois because a lot of them is we have a lot of CC to work with. And Irelia says, oh, nice CC. I don't know, it's just right now, Remy, just once he buys that GA, that's going to be 3 lives they have to break through of an Irelia who has access to a massive stun. And, you know, Remy, I don't think we've ever talked about it enough. He's been landing these great stuns onto both Prussian and Kot, which is all the damage of Illinois.
Exactly. Getting onto the backline, taking away the damage sources of Illinois. Plus, gotta remember, look at the siege potential out of Mikey, out of Snack, where Illinois can't even step forward to clear up these minions for fear of just getting chipped away by Mikey and chipped away by Snack, where Remy can go into the backline and finish off their lives. And now, this is a play trying to be made on to Remy in the mid lane. It could be a big pick for them, but they might lose their inhibitor in the top lane.
And that's what they should have been doing, like, 10 minutes ago. Now with Remy gone, they're trying to go for the fight.
They're trying to, but Prussian and Fizzy were both zoned out of the fight already. No mana for Fucus at all. That's a double knockup coming in from Angramas, but nobody can follow up from this team. That is the Rockets chipping away slowly but surely at the health bars of Prussian and Fucus, where even though they have 5 members strong, they cannot stop the siege from RMU.
Yeah, without the Nocturne ultimate, there is no one to go onto the members of RMU and then thus keep RMU slightly closer to the team fight. With just the Ornold and the Nami ulti, they can still play from afar. They don't necessarily have to stay to fight. They can just keep playing back and kiting, which is what Zillion, Carbon, Heimerdinger are amazing at. So, you know, that pick on Irelia, that's exactly what they needed. They needed to get individual picks, but it's something they should have done way earlier in this game, before the Baron take, before all the towers fell. And
before the Guardian's Angel was completed by Remy. They did do that, but now look at it. Remy having that Guardian's Angel, this is what we were talking about, the 3 lives of Irelia. Going to be nigh impossible to make sure Remy dies now, and if we thought the siege was already strong from RMU, I don't see a way that Illinois come back into this game outside of a miracle.
Yeah, honestly, it's really hard to say because, you know, the early game went relatively well for Illinois. Like, all their lanes were fairly ahead, I would say, aside from Anger Mist, but what can you say? I really lane into an orange. But the lanes were doing all right for them, and it just went so bad once teamfight started because they weren't playing around. They used their ultimate incredibly wastefully.
Completely agree with you. They never were able to get those key picks that they needed to. Especially not onto Remy. They got the 2 early kills, but ever since then it's been very difficult. Now they're trying to see if they can make this play into the backline. They got the pick on Zid Nibbler, but is that the person you really need to get? They do get the flash into the backline to take away Stack, but look at Remy trying to see if he can get into this. He has a stair gauge, gets a lot of damage. Here comes the Guardian's Angel. This could be a disastrous fight coming in from RMU. There's a great engage finally coming in from Illinois to be able to get these health bars down. As now Mikey going for the 1v1 duel with Fucus. Does have the turrets to back him up. Spell Shield coming in is going to help him out. No, it will not. Shut down for Mikey. Fizzy does find out Mikey a little bit. Does get the shutdown, and that's an ace for Illinois. I talked about a miracle being needed, and that looks like it is it.
Yeah, they brought it out again. The big ultimate. This is exactly what they needed. They either need to go onto the Aurelia with the 1v1 or 5v5 the 4 members remaining. Without Remy, RMU's has about 25% of their damage, I would say. And you know, their main carry wasn't there. It was the bottom side of the field. And Illinois, again, the Ornn ultimate from so far away can just force 2 or 3 people into a fight. And that's exactly what Illinois just did. And with it, they're able to at least get an inhibitor turret, maybe an inhibitor off of this push.
Depends. Everyone's coming back up from the side of RMU, so they might have to get out of there. Gluten-Free Panda trying to see if he can deny some of these backs before Fucus can join into the fight, because there'll be a 4v4 teleports
Remy
are
has
all
TP.
there. Snack, Pikey, and Remy all have the teleports, but they're just trying to try to see if they can disengage. Here comes in the backline. That's actually Mikey, looking to see if he can get that grenade. Sun locks down both Fizzy and cuts a lot of damage onto this Nami. Just gets the wrench thrown in the face of the fish. Takes her out.
Nami is dead now for about 35 seconds. Baron spawns in 20. If Illinois is able to stall out the Baron for long enough for Fizzy to come in and have that support available for them, they might be able to do exactly the same thing. But Fuke is now getting caught using his own ultimate.
Oh, Fuka's trying to deny, but look how fast Remy's going. That's the spell shield, but here comes the Vanguard's edge. Beautifully done to jump right on with the blast gun, which popped by Fukas. Spear comes in to deny a little bit, but they're not going to be able to get one more bomb on the top of the head of Fuka, so he'll be able to survive, but he has to go back. Now that Baron spawned up, this could be RMU wanting to make a call.
That was an awkward, really bad situation there for Illinois because they had to burn the Ashe ultimate and the Nocturne ultimate, which were, again, they're engaged. Without that engage, how are they going to contest this Baron? Because the Ornn ultimate is up, sure, but how are you going to be able to follow it up with more CP?
Let's look how fast this goes down. RMU having both a Zillion as well as a Heimerdinger. They can take it down pretty quick. Fukas doesn't have the paranoia to be able to get in here. Argonamus trying to do what he can to get the Ornn Horn into battle. Potts does not have the Crystal Arrow. RMU pulling off allows Fukas to join back up into the battle.
I guess RMU, after that last team fight, a little bit more scared now, but Remy is with them this time. Kono shift is up as well. Looks like RMU, though, gonna respect Illinois' team fight now.
I think that's a wise choice, especially with Argonamus being nearby, Ornhorn being up. Could easily get the pick that they need to. And could delay long enough for Fukas to be able to get the paranoia, which is about to come off the cooldown. He could have jumped into the backline. So RMU saying, you know what? We saw what happened in the last team fight when we weren't able to get the pick on Ducats, weren't able to get the pick on the Prussian. Now, instead of going for this over-aggressive play, we're going to wait. We're going to make you come to us before we come to you.
I'm really surprised because Illinois' big cooldowns, the Ashe ulti and the Nocturne ulti, are almost up. The Nocturne ulti now going
Here
in.
Comes Paranoia, binding onto Sid Nibbler with the Ornhorn tidal wave as well. Flash away from Sid Nibbler, but that's going to be the arrow locking down Snack. Remy hasn't joined up in the battle just yet. Does get the stun back on Argonamus, but that's not a lot of damage that you want. The Ornn is very tanky. Here comes the Vanguard. That's jumping on Oppression. Gets the Emperor survived on a solo one member with the stair gauge as well. Remy's going to be able to survive this with the Kono shift. Low health bars on the side of both teams. Remy pokes pretty heavily. Fukas trying to see if they can get it, but it's going to be the kill on a Fizzy in the backline. Gluten-Free Panda just wants to get one body slam on a Fukas on Oppression, but it's not going to be in time. Does get a little bit of damage from the barrels and slapping him down. Remy is already gone. They only have Snack. They only have Mikey, which isn't really the damage that you want, especially not on a Nocturne.
The initial focus coming out of Illinois there was so messy. They weren't able to actually get a single target out of using 4 ultimates, which gave Remy the time to get in that team fight. I'm still surprised that Illinois came out of that relatively even. It's 2 for 2. It looks like Kotz was playing at such a safe range. When him and Prussia are on separate sides of the fight, it's really difficult for RMU to decide, for Remy especially, who to focus on. If he goes on Prussian uses the Emperor's Divide, pushes Remy way across, and if he tries to go onto the Ashe, the Nami and the Ornn are there to protect him as well. There's just like Kotz was playing that incredibly well, but RMU is just going straight into the Baron.
Fukas was spotted out by a control ward. They knew that he was towards the blue side, so instead they go right onto the Baron. They can take this pretty quick. Here comes the teleport from Argonamus. Does have the Ornn Horn. How quickly can Arg and you take this? They back off of it. They're afraid because they didn't have Gluten-Free Panda.
Nocturne ulti was also up there, so all the way even from mid lane, he could have gone into that fight. He's currently half health though, but if he backs right now, that's RMU's signal to start going in.
You're right. They cannot have Fukas back yet. He has to stay here, but he is actually going to go for the recall, but it's not spotted out. So that could be the saving grace for Illinois.
The last fight, so right now, awkward position there for Illinois because Lucas, if he backs now, that's
But
the
I
pressure
don't
of
think
her
he's-
ulti.
But I don't think they know. I think that's the thing, that RMU have no sight of Fukas just yet. Now they do, so they know he's nearby, but had Fukas gone for the recall den, it could have been good for them because they had no idea that Fukas was going back. This is the grenades. They actually got the stun onto Fukas. They're trying to see if they can pick off this Nocturne. Here comes the Paranoia. They got the stopwatch already, and they picked off Snack in the backline. That means no Chrono Shift's going to be in this fight. So Remy trying to get onto Fukas, does pick him up, and here comes the Derek Gage to give him a little bit more help. Stun connecting onto Fizzy. Does have Guardian's Angel, but he's going to be left out to dry. Losing 2 for 1. It's going to be massive for the side of Illinois.
Snack getting caught out there was the worst thing that could have happened to RMU because, as you said, the Chrono Shift is gone, and then Remy also loses his GA again in the middle of a major 5v5 team fight. So now Illinois kind of has free reign of the map at this point. 4 members up, and they're going straight for the inhibitor. They can pressure the... I don't know if they can pressure the Nexus, though. There is still a Heimerdinger and a Karma throwing out all these abilities. They could get the inhibitor. Probably gonna try to see if they can get for the Baron.
I agree with you. They cannot get the Nexus turrets. They couldn't even get any damage onto them because the Heimerdinger, the Zillion do a little bit too much damage. But getting that inhibitor is massive for the side of Illinois because now they can turn their attention towards the Baron. They can get vision that they've been crucially lacking around the top side of the map and try to see if they can be the ones to force RMU to fight them around the Baron.
Yeah, of all the champions to die as well, Nocturne is in this situation the best to do it because he can easily get himself back into the fight from all the way from base because of the Nocturne ultimate. So Illinois right now is just... I guess RMU right now just doesn't know exactly how to start the fights now that Illinois is playing a lot more safely. They have all the items they need to start doing damage. This is the weakness of having not a ranged champion, is because Koth can play from an even further away range, despite the fact that Remy should be able to jump into his team.
Plus, so much engage on the side of Illinois. Can catch out members like Snack. If Illinois can do that again, if they can pick off Zillion or even make him use the Chrono Shift on himself, that will win this fight. Because look at Remy bot side. That means it's a 4v5. Really, Illinois should be forcing this bear and try to see if they can make RMU fight into them, because Remy is not going to be able to join.
Illinois has to make a decision. They have to back off right now and just try to make sure that RMU doesn't get Baron, or start the Baron, because Remy doesn't have TP, and if you try to contest this Baron should go in favor of Illinois.
The Baron started up. It's taken down to 50%. RMU going for the teleport play, but Remy going to try to see if he can open up the base quickly enough. Here comes the Paranoia to deny, but looking inside. Actually, Gluten-Free Bandit was not able to get the steal. He tried his damnedest, but has to stop watch, and he finished off his Prussian picking up the kill. Grenade doing a little bit. Can they delay these backs so that Remy can keep the base opened up?
They have to be careful trying to stop the backs, because they can get turned on with the Ornn available here. Grenade misses.
Look at that, and Mickey taking a lot of damage. He actually does not communicate properly. He has the Chrono Shift. It might time out in time, and Mickey is going to go down to Fizzy. They do have the open inhibitor down into the bot lane, and look at mid lane with all these super minions coming in. Remy going to try to see if he can fight with Fukas in the jungle, but the rest of Illinois are making the call that they want to end the game. They have so much pressure now into the side of RMU.
This is the comeback we were not expecting out of Illinois. Lucas, this is fine if he dies to Remy because he's stalling. He doesn't want Remy to go back into the base of RMU, and the Nexus turrets are falling.
Exactly. Mikey's got a while till he comes back up. Look at the damage coming in from Constance. Now Preston looking for the pick on. Is it Nibbler trying to shift on top of him as well? They got the knockup, but it's going to be the game. More than likely taken by Illinois. They were down this entire time, but all they have to do is get one more auto.